Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. People have come here from all over the world, literally from all over the world, from Boston in one place, from Africa, from the region. And they've come here to celebrate FinTech. They've come here to congratulate and surprise the young entrepreneurs that are there. Almost everybody who is anybody is represented here. These are the Oscars of FinTech. And this is where we gather together to make sure that we recognize and celebrate and support and encourage and guide people to get them into the future. Today is about FinTech, financial services and technology, and the merging together of these two driving forces that are there. However, companies that were set up in the 20th century were set up for the 20th century. They were there to manage risk, they were there to control assets, and they were there to actually just manage their way through. So these companies are actually coming straight down. 75% of these companies are not going to exist by the year 2025. The new companies that are coming in, and they're going straight up, 50% of those have not even been born today. This is a Babson College study that was done. So what has happened in the middle is there's this crossover point. And where we are today, ladies and gentlemen, is right in the middle of that. We are in this transition, this transformation, fundamental shift decade. And FinTech is at the heart of all of that. Today, a lot of people are going to be talking about how that space is going to be addressed. It's a very young, nascent industry at the moment, how we can develop this. Now, in this environment, there are only two things you can do. You either disrupt, you either create something new and something fresh, or just get killed. Because that is what's going to happen to a lot of the 20th century companies that do not respond to our current environment. Now, it's time. Now it's time to think differently, guys. Because the old rules are not working anymore, and we have a completely new set of rules, a new game that's going on. In this new game, what do you think are the top 2, 3, 4 pillars that will define our future? What do you think those are? FinTech obviously is one of them. Blockchain, big data. People say political uncertainty and conflict. All of that is valid. But actually, those are not the reasons. And those are not the things that are going to decide our future. Over the next 20 years or so, the number one most important thing that we have to work on, number one pillar, is trust, ethics, humanity, values, and empathy. You can have FinTech, but if you do not have trust and ethics to be able to have the compliance structure, nothing will work. You can have biotechnology and the science, but if you don't have a moral compass in place, it won't work. You can have all sorts of financial new products and technologies being created, but if we don't put the quality of content from our heart and from our values, FinTech won't work. We won't trust it. So actually, we need to be talking much, much more about ethics and values and humanity and empathy as opposed to technology. Technology is just going to be a facilitator. The second thing is everybody talks about artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence on a scale of 1 to 10, if we are at 9, AI is at about 1, maybe 2, right? Why are we so excited about something that's at 2? We are well above it. So thinking is what we need to develop. Our multiple intelligences are what we need to develop. That is where the future lies. Not just verbal and numerical and a little bit of emotional intelligence, but spiritual intelligence, physical intelligence, sensual intelligence. All of these intelligences are there, and that will give us the moral compass, the gut, the instinct, the intuition, the heart, the collaboration, the soul, the spirit. All of it is going to be in our hearts and are deep inside us. And that's going to help us define the future. That is how, ladies and gentlemen, the world of fintech, this beautiful ecosystem that is being built, is going to be addressed. In this ecosystem, what kind of degrees and what kind of qualifications will you need? How many people are anthropologists in this room? Probably not many. How many people are psychologists or zoologists and others? These are the kind of degrees that we will actually need in the future, even in our fintech space, to genuinely succeed. Now, the reason I'm putting these ideas up there is potentially throughout the wonderful awards and speeches that we are going to get, perhaps these things will be missed. And I wanted to make sure that at least we set the tone to have this thing move forward.